wanted to talk today about how many people are interested in homesteading and more old school traditional lifestyles. We didn't just wake up one day and have a farm. I started my first plants in pots on my deck, living in a trailer in the city where my house was so close to the other houses that I could spit on them from my door. When we decided we wanted out of that system, I was still working full-time at the time, and so was my husband, and he still works full-time, and I stay home because we opted for a more traditional system for our marriage. But while we were getting ready, we realized we wanted to leave the city. We realized we needed more space, but we didn't have any money. We had no savings. So my husband had a much better job than I did. So what we did was I just banked my checks for like a year to get our down payment. And I was in a specialized field doing light electrical engineering. We found our house when it was time to move, and we still at that point did not know that homesteading was in the future. We just knew we wanted out of the city. And we scrimped and saved and got our money over the course of like a year to 2 years. I saved my checks for a year. We saved otherwise for another year. And we got our down payment. We have been here for 8 years, so we're going on a decade of planning, researching, self-evaluation, and work. When we moved here, we didn't have any animals. The soil here is very clay. I didn't know what to do about that. So I grew in pots on my deck for like 3 more seasons. And little by little, we started making amendments. Again, from starting in a single wide trailer in a filing cabinet development in the city I grew my first potatoes there in a tidy cat bucket. They were in the wrong kind of light, and I only got 3 potatoes, but that was my first experience with growing. And that's an excellent and respectable place to begin. So wherever you are, you can start. If there's a sun patch anywhere in your life, put a plant in it. You're not just going to wake up and be free. It's a lot of time, effort, work, and again, evaluation of self. How uncomfortable are you? And how uncomfortable are you willing to make yourself on top of that to acquire what you want? Because capitalism is not a good enough answer for why you can't try to pursue what you want in life. Small changes over a long time, and there are 10 years in, and we still make small changes every year. Once the warm season comes, we evaluate. How did it go last year? What else do we need to be doing? And there will be projects forever. But I just wanted to talk a bit about that. We have to make ourselves uncomfortable, even though we're already uncomfortable, so we can be more comfortable in the future. So start small. Put away $5 a week. Start there. Put 1 pot outside with something in it that you want to eat, some lettuce, and that's where you start. Everything sucks for a lot of people right now, and there's a lot that we want to do, but we don't want to accept that it's going to be small changes over a long time, and you don't just wake up to a new life. Again, 1 day at a time. Hard parts will get easier. 1 pot with 1 plant will turn into this if you persevere. I promise. Thanks for joining me. Peace out.